Okay, I think I'm streaming. But as always, let's do the audio check because I don't trust all the things. Streaming. But as always, let's do the audio check. Hold on, I hear my audio is not coming through my headset. That's why. Okay. Oh, testing, testing. Hear my audio is not coming through my headset. That's why. Okay. Okay, I think I heard myself. Oh. Testing, testing. Okay. There we go. That's a lot better. I was going through my laptop mic before, but okay, I think I heard myself. Okay, I think this is better. Oh, hey, welcome in. How's it going, Chan? How are you doing today? I figured I have this. I'll leave it up for a little bit while I put my cheating fingers on. But anyway, Chan, how are you? How was your weekend? Alright, so putting on my cheating fingers quickly, right away, before anything else happens. Can never be too sure when something's going to happen. Charlie's Beats, hello, welcome in. How's it going, Charlie? I'm doing great. Currently practicing for tomorrow as usual. Excellent. Great time to practice. I mean, that's kind of also why I stream, because it's practice for me. Also, happy Mario. Yes, everybody, happy Mario Day. I was a little tired because, time traveling in the United States is exhausting when we lose an hour. But I was like, it's Happy Mario Day. How can I not celebrate it? It is a travesty, though, that we had one less hour of Mario Day. But such is life. But I'm wearing the t-shirt for it today, so here we are. Here's the t-shirt. I'll hop up here so you guys can get a... Maybe actually the view on the magic screen was better for Mario, but here we are. But once some other people get here, I have some Mario treats. I mean, I'm not going to be yeah. Twitch still not starting the stream when in chat before the stream starts. Oh, that is interesting. But welcome in, Gibson Lens. How's it going, Bert? Hopefully you had a good weekend. Yeah, that is. I remember when it would used to start, and then I'm not like in people's streams before they start anymore, much. But yeah, that could be annoying. I can see that. So. But anyway, happy Mario Day, everybody. Happy time traveling if you are in the United States and you lost an hour. As far as I know, I think everybody basically lost an hour except for like 3 places. There's like a place in Arizona that doesn't observe daylight saving, so they would never switch, and then like some places in the Midwest or something, and then there's like one other place, I think. I forget, but and then I think by and large everywhere else in the United States observes daylight savings. So, all right, let's see here. The trick queue is open. Let's go ahead and do some show and tell, cause I have these 2 new coins. They're pretty cool. I'm not sure if it's better if I show them on the magic camera or not, but okay. So from this view, it doesn't look like much. They just look like a coin, like a token. But they're basically brand new, so they look super shiny still. But up close, let me see if we can get a good view there. There's a spade, and not just any spade. It is a spade done in like an 8-bit way. So that's pretty cool. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. I don't know why it's not here. Focus, focus. All right. And then on the other side, it is a there. Oh, it almost focused right there. It's a two of heart. So yeah, on the spade side, and actually right on it, it doesn't look like a one, but it's supposed to look like a like a pixelated angry face. And then on the other side is a two heart. So I figured those could be super useful. Shh, don't tell anybody else that hasn't seen any magic with this yet, but I could use it as like a reveal or something. Okay, let's see. Let's open up the Twitch deck. Twitch deck is looking good. Actually, has anybody taken the two of hearts? I think the two of hearts is signed, right? Pretty sure. Where's the two of hearts? Sometimes a card gets stuck in here. I see the two of diamonds. Oh, two of hearts right here. Okay. Oh, nobody signed it yet. Okay. Oh, I grabbed it. Grabbed the two of spades instead. Anyway. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Also, let me hop up here. I did learn a new trick. I don't really have any patter for it, but actually, I'm not sure if I'm prepared to do it in the best possible way. But let me see if I can. Once again, maybe I'll warm up with a brand new trick that's. Okay, alright, let's see here. I also don't really have any patter for this, so. Hmm. Okay. All right. Oh, actually, let me double check and make sure that we have a. The boss trick is correct. I think there's only one boss trick. Oh, I see somebody. Chan, you have requested a trick. Oh, it's a random trick. Awesome. Thank you for the random trick. Let's see here. Magician's choice. Add that. And then, let's see. Magician's choice. Alright, sorry. I'm going to do the. I'm going to do the brand new trick first. And then we'll do your request, Chan. So I want to edit this, and there's only one boss trick from last time. Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. Oh yeah, Chan. Sorry, I forgot I was going to tell you. So when you're managing the streamer song list, if you're dealing with the streamer song list directly from the website, the streamer song list website, in the queue tab, if you want to just add one, you can add anything to the queue as, you know, the person who controls your own stream or as a mod. So there's that plus sign, you hit the plus sign, and if there's stuff in your list, you can place it in the queue again, or if you want to add something that is not in your list, you can do that as like a mod or the person who controls your stream. So what I did last time to re-add something to your list was I just copy and pasted the name of the thing from the history, went to the queue, pressed the plus sign, and then that will add it to the queue, and then you can move things up and down in the queue. So just have to get used to. Hey, welcome in Bowser Big Bean Burrito. How's it going? Anyway, Chan, hopefully that explains. I said I was going to tell you, and then I forgot. So I remember today, at least. Okay, alright, so right now, not too many people here in chat, so we're going to be practicing a brand new trick. I don't have any words for it. I don't have any patter, which for anybody who is a magician is just the words that you say. So I'm probably going to be making it up as I go. Oh yes, so you can request that I do some magic tricks. You just have to follow. Following is free. So, anyway, yeah. I see Aria by Aldo Colombini. Okay, I'll note that in my mind. All right, here we go. So this is my attempt at a trick called Spin Doctor. Okay, so we have a bunch of aces here. We have the Ace of Hearts, the Ace of Clubs, the Ace of Diamonds, and the Ace of Spades. Now what I want to do with all of these aces is that we're going to go ahead and do something interesting with these aces. Because if I hold them in a way and I just spin them like this, one of the aces will turn itself face up. So, hey, welcome in, sweet kiwi baby. Now that ace that turns up in this case is the Ace of Diamonds. So there's the Ace of Diamonds. But as you can see, the next spin that I'm going to do, that will turn the Ace of Diamonds face down. And we'll turn another ace face up. In this case, I think it's going to be the Ace of Hearts. Yeah, there's the Ace of Hearts. Now I'm going to go ahead and spin it one more time. You'll notice that the Ace of Hearts turns itself face down, but the Ace of Clubs will turn itself face up. I know, it's super weird, but there it is. Now, before I do the next spin, there's actually something that we can do if we go ahead and just turn over the Ace of Spades. If I just give this a twist, actually all of the aces will turn themselves face up. I know, super weird, right? Shouldn't happen. It's kind of bizarre. But here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and leave the Ace of Spades right there, just for a second. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make that Ace of Spades jump from down there up here. Okay, ready? Watch. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you guys saw that, but we have the Ace of Diamonds, the Ace of Clubs, Ace of Hearts, and the Ace of Spades up here. So you're probably wondering what this is. Well, I mean, this could be any card. And you know the card that represents any card in a deck of cards? It's usually a Joker. So here it is. There, my friends. It is Joker. Chan the Magic Man says, "Oh, think I know where this is going," says Chan the Magic Man. Alright. So here's the other thing. If you didn't notice, I mean, the Joker is red backed, but I don't know if you noticed that all of the other cards, we have a mix of different backs. They weren't all the same color. So there we have it. There we have it. I saw a bunch of people come in, so welcome in Bowser Big Bean Burrito. Welcome in Sweet Kiwi Baby. Welcome in Barney of the Rubble. I heard those sound effects and they went through my computer instead of my headphones. I mean, at least I heard it, but that could be bad for me hearing things later. Okay. Anyway, thank you kindly for the claps and applause, Chan. And thanks for all the emotes, Big Bowser Big Bean Burrito. He can do the color Joker part as well. Let's see. Thank you kindly for the claps, Barney of the Rubble. Okay, let's see. I think I saw, let me see. Bowser Big Bean had requested Arya, so let's just go ahead and put Arya into the list. So there you go. But anyway, that was a brand new trick, not even in the list yet. Still working on it, so we will get there one day. Okay, let's see. What is Arya? Arya is a trick. So, if you guys are curious, I put the name of the trick and the creator of the trick right on the screen. So, there you are. Ariana Grande? No, it has absolutely nothing to do with Ariana Grande. See, Barney says there's a rendition where the Joker goes from black and white to the color Joker. Oh, interesting. I don't know if I'm aware of that one, but thanks for letting me know. Something I could look into, Barney of the Rebel. Okay, let's see here. Next up, we have a request from Chan. Thanks, Chan. By the way, if you guys are not following our friend Chan, please give Chan a follow. Chan is another magician that has a regular magic schedule on Twitch. Normally does Magic Mondays. So give our friend Chan a follow. Thanks for giving Chan a shout out there. Okay, let's see. Next up, I'm going to do this the usual way, I guess. There's nothing. Let's see here. Hold on, I'm finding all the jacks in this deck. I'm really bad at finding cards apparently today, so. Is it true you're dancing for us this stream? I have no idea where you got that idea. I'm not dancing this stream. So, my apologies. Sorry. Ames Andrew, welcome in. Tried to catch a stream last week, Chan, just timing didn't work out. Oh, Ames Andrew trying to catch Chan's stream. Got it. Ames Andrew, getting ready for another great week with some sleight of hand. Excellent. Hopefully that I kick off your week well. I will warn everybody in the United States to be careful driving because statistically, when we lose an hour of sleep, it affects everybody's driving. So, all right. So here we have the 4 jacks, and we have our deck, and the 4 jacks they are going to represent the 4 burglars. And they're going to attempt to rob the bank, which will be represented by the deck here. And what we are going to do is we are going to introduce all the jacks to you. So here we have the Jack of Diamonds. He's got diamond drill bits to get through doors. The Jack of Clubs, he's the security, so he's got like clubs. Jack of Hearts, he's the one that has all the charm that's going to try and get everybody to do everything that they need to do. And then here's the Jack of Spades, the ringleader and the one who's the mastermind behind the entire robbery. So what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and have the Jack of Spades tell all of the other jacks what to do. So they're going to all land on top of the bank. And the Jack of Spades will tell the first Jack, okay, hey, go rob the vault. It's going to tell the second Jack, go ahead and open up all the safety deposit boxes and empty those. And then tell the third Jack to go ahead and steal all of the cash in the cash registers and sitting around in all of the other rooms in the bank. And now this one will stay on top of the roof to act as the lookout. Now, just for a few minutes, they are able to operate unimpeded, but as it turns out, this Jack of Spades sees the FBI right outside their building, and now he communicates with all of his uh, other burglars and says, "Hey, we have to get out now. GTFO, the feds are here." So they all have this plan to run back to the roof, and they're able to get into their helicopter on top of the roof and fly away. And that, my friends, is 4 burglars. All right. Barney says, "Have a good stream. Got to keep moving whilst I have motivation to renovate." Ah, yes. Well, good luck with the renovation, Barney of the Rubble. Thanks for the lurk. Thank you kindly for all of the emotes. Bowser Big Bean Burrito. 4B, I guess. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man. And Big Nut 5. Welcome in, Big Nut 5. Nice. Says Big Nut 5. The Rusty Panda. Welcome in. How's it going, the Rusty Panda? All right. And I did see a hydrate emote. So yeah, we don't have a hydrate here because normally I'm the one who reminds everybody else to hydrate. So guys, if you've been sitting around for a while and you have not had anything to drink, please hydrate. So today I'm going to be hydrating with my usual tea. This is Earl Grey today. So there we have it. That is the 4 burglars. All right, while we're here, let's give some people some shout-outs. So once again, if you're not following our friend Chan, please give Chan a follow. One of the other few magicians that has a regular magic schedule on Twitch, does Magic Mondays, so if you give him a follow, you can catch him tomorrow night. Not only does he do magic, but he can also solve Rubik's Cubes, and he's created his own funk music that you can also request. He uses StreamerSonglist as well. Also has magic tricks and also has songs in it. So let's see. If you're not following our friend Charlie's Beats, please give Charlie's Beats a follow. Charlie's Beats, musician, gamer, in all of the music chats. So give our friend Charlie a follow. If you're not following our mod Gibson Lens, please give Gibson Lens a follow. Pianist, plays a lot of music from songbooks, has a bunch of songs on his own song list, has composed a bunch of his own originals, which is super exciting. If anybody's familiar with the original Expanse, we recently had a new Expanse Club member join Gibson Lens's Expanse Club. Pianist Miri has played Expanse recently, so let's see. If you're not following our other mod, please give our other mod, the Rusty Panda, a follow. Does music and interviews, and the interviews are on Wednesday and in a unique format called Wiki Wednesday. So please give the Rusty Panda a follow. Okay, all right. Whew. Let's see here. Did we get everybody? Okay, all right. Also, you may see me using a deck with some cards, and some of them are signed. If anybody wants to support and sign a card, you are welcome to. So we have about maybe a quarter of this deck signed, so it's not too many. So a lot of the choices are still available. All right, so I already have the 4 jacks out, so let's use the jacks. Normally we use the aces, but I don't think it matters too much. So we have the 4 jacks, and we'll use the 4 jacks in place of the aces for this one. Okay, so we have here the 4 jacks. Actually, since this is a Mario Day, let's name them. One of them's Mario, one of them's Luigi, Toad, and Princess Peach. So Yeah, so that's what they are. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and leave these all in this diamond like this. Making sure you can see everything. All right, we'll turn them all face down. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place 3 cards onto each one of these piles. So 3 there. Actually, whoa! Thank you so much for the gift sub. No, wait. Yeah, thank you so much for the gift sub, Zertle Tiff, to the Rusty Panda. Thank you so much. Princess Peaches. All right. And then finally, we have these. Okay. All right. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and grab, this one will be Mario, right? So we can go ahead and take Mario, place Mario in this bunch of cards. We're going to take this bunch of cards, place it towards the bottom. Let's say that's the underworld. And then we're going to go ahead and grab this Jack, place it into this bunch. We'll place this into, I don't know, Desert Land. So that was Luigi. This can be Toad. So Jack of Clubs, we're going to go ahead and place Toad in here. This is the Explorer Toad. So the Explorer Toad we'll find somewhere in the clouds, let's say. And then finally we have Princess Peach. And Princess Peach is actually going to need to call upon all of them back up to assemble because they have to go find Bowser. So 1, 2, 3, and Princess Peach has pulled everybody back up to the top of the deck. And if you were here, you won't be able to find Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Princess Peach anywhere else. They're all right here. And that, my friends, is Aria themed as Mario. There we go. And I believe that was for Bowser Big Bean Burrito. Thanks for the request. So, all right. Okay. And then next request is 3 travelers for our new friend Zertle Tiff. And thank you so much for the gift sub. Greatly appreciate it. Actually, Zertle Tiff, if you oh yeah, that's right. So you just gifted a sub. Zertle Tiff, you get to sign a card. Which card would you like to sign? I believe about a quarter of the deck is taken. I think like all the aces are taken as well. No, actually, I lied. The Ace of Clubs is probably the only ace still open. But you get to sign a card, and then I will attempt to do the 3 travelers trick with your assigned card. So I like 9s. You like 9s. Okay, let's see what 9s are available. Let's see. 9 of Hearts is available. 9 of Clubs is taken. 9 of Spades is open. And then 9 of Diamonds is open. So these 3 9s are open. So if you would like to sign one of those, I can write Zertle Tiff for you on one of these. And then, of course, we'll try and use that card as part of the next trick. So yeah, let me know which one of these you would like to sign. Thank you so much for the gift sub. Hearts, please. Thank you. All right. Now, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. All right. So Zertle Tiff. I'm going to write Zertle here, and then on the other side of this heart, write Tiff. Okay. So we'll go with that. All right. So thank you so much for the gift sub, Zertle Tiff. Okay. I'm going to be very careful here because I've once almost messed up somebody else's name. I felt bad about it. Okay. Zertle Tiff. All right. All right, excellent. Okay, let's let that dry there. Thank you so much for the support, Zertle Tiff. Greatly appreciate it. Okay. All right, so we'll let that dry for a second. Let me find a couple of other cards to use for the next trick. The 3 travelers. Let me see here. 7, 8 works. We'll use 7 and 8. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. So here are our 3 travelers. We have the 7 of hearts, the 8 of hearts, and Zertletiff, the 9 of hearts. So this is what we are going to do. Let's go ahead and I'm going to place Zertletiff here. The Raj Mahal, welcome in. Thank you so much for the resub for 2 months. Greatly appreciate it. Here's the 8 of hearts. We're going to go ahead and leave that right here. And then, of course, the 7 of hearts, that'll be on top of the deck. But we're going to show you how they travel. So the 7 of hearts we'll place on the bottom. If they approach the Twitch deck here and they see that this is the elevator button, so they're at the bottom floor. If they press the up elevator button, that'll bring the 7 of hearts from the bottom to the top. Thank you kindly for the ding, Chan the Magic Man. That was the ding for the elevator. So look, if I show you, the 7 of hearts has jumped back up to the top. Now if I go ahead and I take the 8 of hearts and I place it on the top, and they want to get to the bottom. So once again, they would just press the elevator button and go from the top down to the bottom. And we'll wait a second if anybody wants to hit that ding. Chan the Magic Man, thank you so much for the ding. Because if I show you, that 8 of hearts is now on the bottom. Now we'll take Turtle Ziff and we'll place Turtle Ziff over here, which is the 9 of hearts. Now, if you guys are unaware, this is advanced technology. We don't have this. This is a teleporter or transporter if you're familiar with the world of Star Trek. So we're going to go ahead and press our fingers here and slide it up. Oh my god, the timing of that was super perfect. Thank you so much for the transporter sound, Chan the Magic Man. Because if we take a look, this is no longer Tiff. This is not Zertletiff. Zertletiff has transported over here. And that, my friends, is the story of the 3 travelers starring Zertletiff. Thank you so much for the gift sub. Greatly appreciate it.
He just blew my mind.
Thank you kindly for the mind blown, Jesse Nicole. Welcome in, Jesse Nicole. How are you? Hopefully you're doing well. Thank you for the request, Zertletiff, and the support. And thank you kindly for the claps, Zertletiff, Chan the Magic Man, and the mind blown, Jesse Nicole. And thanks, Chan, for participating and using all of those sound alerts. Good to see you, Nam. Thank you, Jesse Nicole. Good to see you, too. All right. Okay, so anyway, happy Mario Day, everybody. Of course, the sounds sell the trick. Oh my god. The sounds totally sold that trick. Thank you. So, for those of you who did not know, happy Mario Day today. Why is it Mario Day? Well, it's March 10th, and in the United States, we say month and then 10. So if you shorten March to Mar, M-A-R, and then 10, Mario. So there you go. That's why I'm wearing the shirt. But there's a couple of things I wanted to show today in celebration of the day. And Veda Vortex, welcome in. How's it going? Thank you so much for the raid. I greatly I was about to say thank you so much for the raid. It was a hello. If we can get a shout out for thank you for shouting out Veda Vortex. How's it going, Veda Vortex? How was your stream? What were you doing today? Let's go ahead and read the... I know that I've hopped into your stream once, but it was a just chatting stream, and it was a long time ago, and I think it was before the name change. And thank you for all the new follows. Let's see, who do we have? Thank you for the follow, Futu Pops. All right. Okay, cool. I think it's over now. So I think the hype train ended before. Okay, the raid is causing the hype train. Yeah. The raid caused the hype train, but why was it delayed? Because we had raid music before that. So raid music delayed the start of playing. Okay. That cut until 5 minutes. Sorry, I was trying to figure out why that why that worked that way. Anyway, I'm gonna eat these heat maps here. Delicious. If anybody is wondering, if I eat the heat maps, it'll replenish my MP because you use so much MP. Okay, all right. So that was that. It happened to me too. I was like, WTF is going on, says Jen. All right. Yes. So I know what triggered it. I just don't know why it was delayed. But I was like, oh yeah, because it cues all the sound alerts. So okay, all right. We have a request from Charlie's Beats. Speaking of which, let me go ahead and pull out some cards to perform the face up oil and water. Okay, I guess that probably means I'm gonna have to use Charlie's Beats card. So let's go ahead and use it. Okay. So let's do that, and then okay, and let's use some red face cards. Okay. All right. Oh, this would be way more impressive if you could see the magic screen, huh? Okay, here we go. Okay, so over here we have 4 black spot cards. We have aces and sixes. And then over here we have 4 red face cards. At a quick glance, you would never mix up these black spot cards with these red face cards, right? So that's what we're going to key off of today. And so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and grab one of the cards, one of these cards, and place it amongst the black spot cards. And I'm going to take a black spot card and place it amongst the red face cards, like this. Okay, so we'll close those up. Now, for a lot of you who are somewhat interested in how these things work, sometimes you may see a magician snap, and a lot of them will say, oh, you were snapping for effect. But believe it or not, sometimes when magicians snap, they're actually doing something. And in this case, I'm mechanically kicking them the wrong card from each pile into the other pile. And if you take a look through this pile, you'll just see black spot cards here. I don't know if you can tell. And these are all red face cards. I know, is that weird? That's super weird, right? So here, what we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and place 2 and 2 and 2 and 2. What I'm going to do is take 2 red face cards, place them on 2 black spot cards, 2 black spot cards, place them on top of 2 red face cards, and we're going to be doing the snap for effect. But you guys know what's going on. But if I show you here, if I show you what's going on in here, this is now all red face cards, and these are all black spot cards. I know, is that weird? That's super weird, right? Okay, all right. So what I'm going to do now is we're just going to do the one part that's all face down. I'm going to swap this black spot card with this red face card and place them in like this. Place these in like this. And then once again, we will do our snap. And now everything should be fixed, because if I show you, these are all red face cards and these are all black spot cards, including the Ace of Spades signed by our friend Charlie's Beats, also the person who requested this trick, also in chat right now. So there we are. So that, my friends, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for the request, Charlie's Beats. Okay, all right. Whew, okay, cleared the queue. All right, awesome. Thank you for the hype train, everybody, as well. Thank you kindly for the claps. Scott Sue Music, or Scott Sue Music. Wait, hold on. Should I know you? I'm already following you. Oh, wait. Delta Crab? Is that your picture? Is that you? Did you change your name? Anyway, sorry, I'm being confused because I'm like, wait a second. Yes, formerly Delta Crab. Oh, shoo. All right, there we go. Yes. Okay, it's 3:11 a.m. here. Oh, Obi-Wan, welcome in. How's it going, Obi-Wan? It is the future for Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan lives on the other side of the world. Welcome in, Obi-Wan. How are you doing? Yes, he changed his name. Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I rebranded. Awesome. I did not know that you rebranded. So, cool. Well, I could call you Delta, or I could call you Scott. So there, there we have it. All right, let's see. First things first. Yeah, Obi-Wan. Yeah, Scott is Delta. There we are. I just connected the dots like a minute ago. Like not even that. Haha. I'm still making the rounds to make sure people know about the name change. Okay. All right. Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you for informing me. All right. Okay. Let's see. First things first. The queue is empty. So if anybody would like to request anything, there's a how blob. Next. Happy Mario Day, everybody. Hopefully everybody is enjoying Mario Day. Now that we have a moment, I had some stuff to show on stream that I wanted to show. So a long time ago, Nintendo had this program called Nintendo Club, where if you bought stuff, you would get Nintendo Club coins, and those coins could be used to redeem for stuff. And so I wanted to show a couple of those things. One of these things I got was a bunch of Mario pins. Yeah, let me go ahead and swap the screen here. So, Fave Mario Crazy Asian. I think I'm probably partial to Super Mario Brothers 3 because that is like one of my favorites. And I have fond nostalgic memories growing up with Super Mario Brothers 3. But also, like, it's such a clean, like, gameplay experience. Like, and I've even played like newer games. I played like Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. I've played Super Mario. I haven't played that many 3D Super Marios because I didn't have like other game systems, but I had a Wii. So anyway, but the back of this is that. So yeah, 3 is classic. Yes, yeah, Super Mario Brothers 3 is a classic. So and I also recently saw the Super Mario Brothers movie, the new one that came out. I just saw it like 3 weeks ago, or maybe a month ago. So it's pretty. The movie The Wizard was Super Mario Bros. 3. Yes, yes, that is correct. The Wizard was basically an entire movie made for kids, which effectively, if you look at it from today's standards, is basically a movie promo for the video game Super Mario Bros. 3. So yeah, I think World 4. Oh, the world where everything is big. Yes. Yeah, the world where everything is big is Giant Land. Yeah. Let me see if I remember. Grassland was 1. Desert Land was 2. Waterland was 3. Giant Land was 4. Skyland was 5. Iceland was 6. Pipeland was 7. And Darkland was 8. Right? I think. Haha, I am old. I saw it when I was new. Hey, I'm old too. I didn't see the movie when it came out. I wanted to. But I saw it go in the theaters. My friends talked about it. I was jealous for like another 6 years before I could finally see The Wizard. So, Gibson Les. I also saw The Wizard when it was new. Yeah. So, okay. So that is the pins that I had. Now, something else that I got from Club Nintendo, because I bought a lot of Nintendo stuff around. I had a DS as well, so I got a lot of DS games and everything. But for those of you who did not know, the Nintendo company did not start as a video game company. If you know the history of the Nintendo company. It used to be called Nintendo Playing Card Company. That kind of fits in a little bit with the theme of the stream here because I use playing cards all the time. But they created Hanafuda cards. So they are playing cards for. But during Club Nintendo, they had recreated a set of Hanafuda cards for Nintendo Club fans that could redeem for it, and they redid a bunch of art on top. And I'm going to show you guys that right now. So here's the box. Apparently there are several different boxes that have different colors. So I have the red one, but apparently there was like a green one, a black one, and something else. My apologies, this is a little bit dusty. I have not opened it in a while. So yeah, now I'm going to go ahead and open these up and show you guys the cards. They are not like paper cards. They are plastic cards. I'm a little hesitant to do anything extreme with them because they are kind of fragile, but I will go ahead and fan them all out now. And if anybody's curious, I have this serialized number. I have this number Hanafuda cards for the Nintendo Club Red. So if that matters to anybody, I guess it would only matter if I was going to be selling it, which by the way I'm not. So I'm keeping this. But here's one of Mario on it. Some of them have other pictures, but then like this one has Yoshi on it. And so on. I'm going to go ahead and just lay these out. This one has Luigi. And I'm actually not even familiar how Hanafuda is played, but actually, while I'm laying these out, let me catch up with the chat. Ooh, yeah, Desert Land and that MF Angry Sun. Oh, yeah. The Angry Sun, that level was a bitch. Not gonna lie. But once I discovered how to kill the sun, I was overjoyed because I basically tried to make it my mission every single time to kill the sun in that level. And then after I saw like a speed run for the first time, I'm like, oh, everybody who speed runs just skips it, and I'm like, oh, okay, so that's how the pros do it. This one has Boo on it. This one has oh, what's their names? I forget. The wizard. This is a piranha plant on this one. Yeah, these cards are pretty flimsy. I would never want to do anything to put them in jeopardy here. Between the collectors, yeah, there's Wario with let's see. Ooh, you got Nintendo cards? I mean, this is probably the closest to Nintendo cards that I have. I don't have any other Nintendo cards. Oh yeah, but to continue on a little bit, so it was the Nintendo Playing Card Company for a while, and then at some point they diversified, and then they tried to. So because playing cards were seen as gambling and not playful for kids, I guess they did some licensing deals with Disney in like the mid-century of the 1900s, so it's like 1940s or something. And then they were like, oh, we can now give kids cards, and kids can get them because it's not considered gambling. And then eventually after that, because that did so well, they expanded into other toys and puzzles and that kind of category. And because they hired somebody who was into electronics, and they wanted to get into electronic games, and thus, Shigeru Miyamoto created Mario. So, let's see. Cool. Ooh, nice. Yeah, unboxing. It's so it's not a true unboxing because I've opened it before, but I have not opened it for many years, so it has been a while. It also comes with this little pamphlet. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, okay. This is instructions on how to play. So there's a deck of 48 cards. That checks out because these are the 3 that'll make this 8 because I laid it out in a 5. Okay, cool. So yeah, rules of play. All right, so I have to read that if I want to know how to play. Okay, let's see. A puzzle. Oh, yeah, I don't know if this is a puzzle or if it is. So there's a gaming concept in which things will match. So like these 4 all have the same background here, but then like these 4 all have a banner. Actually, oh no, sorry. These four have a banner with no text on it, and then these four. Wait, one, two, three. Should be one more. Oh, maybe there's only three. These are purple banners, and then these are like stars. So I don't think it's a puzzle, but I can double check later. I don't think it's a puzzle. Wait, so they like tiles? Yeah, they're more like yeah, they're more like plastic tiles. So, although they have kind of like a, I don't want to peel it back. It's like a paper covering, but yeah, they feel like plastic tiles. Yeah, kill the sun. Also love the massive boo from Mario World. Oh yeah, yep, for sure. How much did it cost? Oh, I don't know. It was like, I don't know, 2 or 3 thousand Mario coins or something. So whatever that translated to in sales. But yeah, but they dissolved Nintendo Club a long time ago. So effectively, this cost me nothing, but I had to buy a bunch of like Nintendo video games to get the number of points. I was actually checking up earlier today because I was like, ooh, let me see how much this is worth. There are a bunch of these for sale on eBay, but they range from like $40 to $70, and there's no guarantee that they're going to be complete because they're all used. But yeah, it seems kind of pricey for I think what you would get unless you knew you were going to be getting like a complete and pretty good quality set. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to show that off, and I'm like, oh, what better day to show this off than like Mario Day? So happy Mario Day, everybody. I remember I went to a Christian camp once as a kid for a church retreat, says Scott. Broke out my playing cards and was told I wasn't allowed to play with them because it was gambling. And this was like mid 90s, I think. You just unlocked a memory. Oh, uh, I don't know if to apologize or to say, you're welcome. Because unlocking memories is weird, right? Because like they could be good, they could be bad, they could just be like, whoa, something. It's like, when did you have that memory last? When did you last think about this memory, right? Like when a memory triggers, it's super fun. It's super interesting how it happens in your head. So about 20 Mario lives, 2,000 coins. Oh yeah, 20,000 Mario lives. If we're doing it by Mario math, then yes, that would be correct. No cards at church camp and no pogs at school. Yo, I remember. So for me, just to put everybody, so for those of you who are around for the Pogs craze, I was into Pogs in fourth and fifth grade. So that was when it became big in my school. They did not ban Pogs at the time because I don't know. I don't know if I was on the cutting edge and it was before like tons of other schools got it or whatnot. But yeah, ooh yeah, Pogs, the gateway to degenerate behavior. I mean, people say that about video games, and I mean, I don't know. Video games has done a lot of good things for the world at this point. It's like video games. It's an economy engine. It's a way to creatively express yourself. It's a way to pass some time in a cost-effective manner with like longer games. It's a way to get an experience vicariously. It's a way to educate people about certain things. I mean, a lot of people would argue about the semantics of what it could be, but you know, it could exercise your creativity. It could exercise your problem solving skills. Like if you're trying to do something in the game, it can build community. I think at that point, like things are, yeah. Let's see, Scott says I was more into Magic cards. Missed the Pokemon cards chain because I was too old. Yeah, I was older when Pokemon got out, but I got into Pokemon. But I was also into Magic. So same here, says Gibson Lens. Yeah, yeah. So a lot of us are fans of Magic. So yeah, those are my Nintendo Hanafuda cards, everybody. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing that. But yeah, I haven't bought Magic cards in a while. However, I went to my hobby game store yesterday and I purchased new cards. So I bought some more Disney Lorcana, which is the game that you guys saw me use Disney cards from last couple of times. I used Disney cards. And then I bought a brand new card game, called Star Wars Unlimited, which, if anybody is following the Star Wars card game scene, it is like the eighth card game that has Star Wars as like the theme. So yeah, there's been a lot of Star Wars card games over the years. I have played, I think, all of them. Ooh, Star Wars Unlimited. Now, this is not Star Wars Unlimited, the CCG. It's actually a new card game called Star Wars Unlimited, which is not related to the Star Wars customizable card game by Decipher. So completely different. Um, but I love, so my favorite card game, actually, I think of all time, is that Star Wars customizable card game by Decipher. So I'm too poor to invest in a collectible game now. I mean, I'm not really investing in it, to be honest. I'm just buying a bunch of cards so I have some cards to play with. But Gibson Lens and I demoed Star Wars Unlimited at TwitchCon. So here's how it went. I basically got the tutorial from somebody else, learned how to play, and then the next day I was like, I've got like an hour to kill. Let me go see if there's anybody else to play. There wasn't anybody, and everybody who was teaching was occupied. So I was like, I basically messaged Gibson Lens on Discord. Hey Bert, do you want to play Star Wars Unlimited with me? And then he saw the message and came over and we played Star Wars Unlimited. I played the Decipher game. Yes, Star Wars, the CCG, customizable card game. The original, the best, the most well-designed one the most well-designed in terms of gameplay, but not but not cards. So I was really into X-Wing miniature games. Oh, yeah. Miniatures are a whole different category of stuff. So cards, at least they're flat and cardboard, and sure, it might become heavy, but they don't take up that much space. Miniatures are a pain in the butt because to store miniatures, you have to make sure they're stored in a way that they don't like get damaged. And then also, if you like your miniatures to look super nice, you have to paint them. If you don't care, I mean, you can just have it look all generic and everything, but yeah, one of my friends recently wanted to get into it, like last year, 2023, and I was like, "Are you sure? The game is basically dead, like around here." So yeah, I broke so many, for sure. Uh, okay, all right. I didn't care much for painting, just wanted to play. Oh man, one of these days, I have a miniature that I painted at a Gen Con. And most people who paint miniatures at a Gen Con, they just kind of paint it. But I was like painting it and giving it like a backstory. Like the figure that I had was like a rat character, I guess. And it was holding a spear. And I was like, ooh. So I put blood at the tip of the spear. And then had to explain that away, and then I colored half of his face one color and the other half another color, and I'm like, oh, he's not a normal rat, he's like half cyborg rat. So, and like the 3 or 4 people that were sitting around me, they were just kind of painting theirs like just normal solid colors, and they were like, wow, yours is so cool, and I'm like, I didn't know mine was going to be so cool, but I guess it was. So, just a little bit of creativity goes a long way. Okay, alright. So, I thought I was going to be more tired, and I was pretty tired coming into stream, but now I feel energized. I don't know, after talking about all that Mario stuff and card game stuff. Oh, Chan beat me to it! That's so funny, and I got a Rubik's Cube solve. Alright. Okay, Chan, would you like to see the normal size cube or the baby cube? Your choice. Cyborg rat does sound cool. I'm not gonna lie, I have never gotten rid of that figure. It's still upstairs. I know where it is, it's not here in the immediate vicinity. No Mega Cube? No, I don't have a Mega Cube. I'm sorry. Yeah, so last week I almost embarrassed myself by not solving it. I mean, I solved it. It just took me way longer, and I had to like reset once because I forgot the algorithm that I literally just did in the middle. So, um, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I think I mentioned this last week, but for anybody who wasn't around last week, so I was kind of feeling like I was falling out of my learning new magic stuff for like a few months. But then in the past like month or so, I feel like this renewed sense of wanting to learn new magic tricks and stuff. So I've been learning more magic tricks than I have like in the past 6 months, in the past month. So I was like, okay. Okay, all right, here we go. I'm going to attempt to solve. Oh, hopefully you guys agree this is pretty random. Okay. All right. Ready, set, go. I mean, I'm not timing myself, so it doesn't really matter to me. I just care about solving it. If I don't solve it, I'll feel very sad. Because I should be able to. Especially now, because it seems like I'm almost solving the cube about once a week when somebody requests it on stream. So, oh yeah, if anybody who is here doesn't know, I this is the only trick in the trick list that is not magic. Everything else is magic. This is the only one that's not magic. Okay, we have the top layer done, so not just the top layer, but also all around the edges to match that center. Okay, second layer. Here we go. Don't mess this up, don't mess this up. Okay. Oh, and then one more edge piece. Wait. Okay, line this up. Okay. Way up. No, 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 no. Hold on. I need to remember because I'm forgetting my muscle memory on this one now too. Okay, hold on. Away, boop, 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 boop. Okay, all right, there we go. Second layer done. Okay, that would have been horrible if I forgot and messed up there. Okay, all right. Looking for the fish. Oh, good, we got the fish. Okay, we have the headlights. All right, so I don't have to swap corners more than once. That's handy. Okay, and then I just have to do the edges. I'm not going to think about it too much. Just let the muscle memory take over, because when I try and think about it too much, I forget or mess up. And solved. Okay, there we have it. Okay, not quite as fast as I would like, but it is probably good enough for house parties. All right, my plane's about to land. Have a good night, Crazy. All right, have a good night, Scott. Take care. See you around. I almost want to call you Delta again because now I've linked it in my head, but yes, I'm trying to call you Scott from now on. So, okay, whoo. All right. Slight redemption from last week. Okay. So yeah, time travel was rough last night. Yeah, losing an hour was rough. Also, my kid did not have a nap yesterday, so I was like, okay, well, if she didn't nap yesterday, then at least she could be tired to then sleep at the earlier time, so to accommodate for the hour loss. And I think her schedule today was fine. She took a nap today, so it was all good. But for me, I don't know. It's gonna be it's gonna be rough tomorrow, I think, for work. I think that if we lose an hour, we should declare it as a federal holiday, so that people don't have to work, so that A, they can recover, and B, we can mitigate all the accidents that occur because people are more tired. So, yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, last week I mentioned I mentioned that I couldn't find specific sets of cards, and then somebody in chat, somebody that I know in real life, dropped a link and said, "Hey, is this what you're looking for?" And I'm like, "Ah." And I looked into it, and the answer is yes. It was what I was looking for. I have ordered them, so we will see once I get them if I can incorporate them into some trick or something. It's not something I'll be able to work with immediately, so I will have to work with it and get used to it. So anyway, all right. Once again, the queue is empty. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. Let me see. I tried to put something in, and then Chan beat me to it. All right, I did the okay. All right, okay. You know what? Because I did the ambitious card routine for the hype train, so I'm just gonna hop to Charlie's request, Birds of a Feather. So let's do that. And we'll go from there. And as I said, I'm really bad at looking for cards today for some reason. So I don't know if it's like pattern recognition is really bad or something. Okay. All right. Okay, here we have the 4 jacks. And let me see here. What we're going to do, I'll introduce them to you. We have the Jack of Hearts, the Jack of Clubs, the Jack of Diamonds, and the Jack of Spades. And we'll leave the jacks off to the side over here just for a moment. If you were here, I would ask you to go ahead and cut about 3/4 of the deck off the top and place it here. So if you were here, you really could cut it. It could vary from 1 or 2 cards. It doesn't have to be exact. Actually, better if it's not exact. Because if it was exact, I could potentially rig this. But if it's not exact, then it gets a little fuzzy, right? But now, if you were here, I would ask you to cut about 2/3 of this off of this and place it over here. Let's go ahead and do that. Once again, doesn't have to be exact. More impressive if it's not. And then finally, if you were here, I would ask you to cut about half of this packet and place it down here. Okay, so now that we have all of those, what I want to do is I'm going to mark each one of these positions with one of the jacks. And so let's go ahead and place a jack here, and then we're going to go ahead and place a jack over here, and then we're going to go ahead and place a jack over here. Then we'll place the last jack here. Now, if I was to pull out those 2 coins I had earlier, those 2 tokens. Now these tokens have magical properties where once I connect the piles, they will consolidate the piles. So actually, believe it or not, that jack from this pile has now come into this pile. Same thing over here, and then same thing over here. So now would you believe that all of those jacks have gathered together here today to observe marriage? No, wait, sorry. They're just gathering together in this pile because that's the plot of the trick, not because of marriage. But look, if I show you, here we have the Jack of Diamonds, the Jack of Spades, the Jack of Hearts, and of course the Jack of clubs. I know, super weird. The birds of a feather will fly together. So this is almost like a V, right? So here's the head bird, and here's all the. But here's the other thing I forgot to mention. So I probably, instead of using the jacks, I probably should have used the aces, because I normally try and use the card that the person has signed. I know Charlie's Beats has signed the ace of spades. But actually, if you didn't notice here, these coins all have a spade on them. And so, if I were to show you where you had cut to, as I said, you could have cut really to anywhere. We actually have the ace of diamonds, the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs, and of course, the ace of spades. And that, my friends, is birds of a feather. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chen the Magic Man, Charlie's Beats, Jesse Nicole. Thank you so much for the request, Charlie's Beats. Greatly appreciate it. Oh yeah, if you have been sitting around and you've not hydrated for a while, now's a good time to hydrate. Please hydrate. I forgot which stream it was. I think it was about a month ago, where I went and it was like, so I normally like to stream for about 2 hours, but I think it was like only 2.5 hours, and I really had to go to the bathroom. But I was like, oh, I'm gonna end stream soon. It'll be fine. But sometimes I've gone like my longer streams, like 3.5 hours or something, and I didn't have to go to the bathroom. And it's like, why was that? That was so long. It's like, oh, I stopped reminding people to hydrate themselves, and thus, so now now I ask to hydrate all the time. So, oh, checking the gaff meter. Welcome in. How's it going? Heidi ho nam. How's it going? Checking the gaff meter. Yo, Chen the Magic Man says checking the gaff meter. How are you doing, checking the gaff meter? Welcome in. How's it going? I almost read that as like, Hideo Nam, like as though I had a Japanese name. Great, and you? I'm doing pretty well, aside from being tired from time travel. Other than that, pretty good. Can't complain. I dropped a bunch of money yesterday on a bunch of new cards. Not playing cards. Cards for collectible game cards. So, Disney Lorcana and Star Wars Unlimited. So, if I wasn't feeling good, like shopping therapy has helped. Now, my shopping therapy doesn't align with what the, I guess, typical shopping therapy, because I only buy nerdy, geeky things to make myself feel better. So, yeah, stupid time travel. Yeah, I know. I think everybody agrees in the United States that we need to stop like changing, but nobody can agree on which to stay. And I guess less controversially, more people want to stay on daylight savings time, but I'm a strong proponent of daylight standard time. So, yeah. Ever heard someone say "Heidi ho, neighbor"? Oh yeah, yeah. Heidi ho. Yes, I know. I'm aware of The Simpsons and Ned Flanders. But because it's Happy Mario Day, by the way, I was like, oh, okay. So I was thinking like Japanese names in my head already. So I'm like, oh, Hideo. Oh no, what's daylight standard time? Sorry. My apologies. Not daylight standard time. It's Eastern Standard Time. So it's EST for Eastern Standard Time, which is the time that we would observe in the winter, like that we just got off of, and the daylight. Sorry, and then Eastern Daylight Time. So EDT is basically daylight savings time. So it's the time that we are in now, where we lost the hour. So yeah. Let's see. Gibson Len says, I think sleep experts prefer standard time. Yeah, I believe sleep experts, and there's a few other reasons as well. I don't recall what they are off the top, but let's see. Taking the says, that's not where I know it from. Ha. Oh, okay. Yes, I prefer standard. Yeah. So the thing is, if you're in standard time, it's after the fall that you would gain the hour. And a lot of people want more daylight in the evening. Um, and so that's why more people like of the general populace wants uh, daylight, so Eastern Daylight Time to be the regular time. Um, Chan Gaff meters. I've never watched Simpsons, but I've always heard that phrase on Home Improvement. Oh wait, oh sorry, what was Home Improvement? That's right. Oh yeah, yeah. It's a Heidi Ho. Why am I thinking Ned Flanders? Does he say it too? Doesn't Ned Flanders say Heidi Ho neighbor? I don't remember. But no, you're right. Wilson does. Yeah, Wilson does say "Heidi Ho neighbor" from Home Improvement. Jesse Nicole says Wilson. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, yelling Wilson. There you go. All right. I mean, as a child of the '80s, growing up in the '90s, I watched both of those shows. I mean, it has been a long time since I've seen an episode of either. So yeah, remember Tim the Toolman Taylor and all of the girls in school. They were all gaga for JTT, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. And I'm like, he's just a kid, whatever. Flanders says, hi diddly ho. Okay, maybe I'm just cross thinking of what Flanders said. Yeah, the one thing is about the whole standard time versus daylight savings is that I was born in February, and so at that point I had the hour and then I lost the hour. So each year I lose and regain the hour. But if it were to stop and end on daylight time, I would have just permanently lost that hour, right? Like, I mean, not really, but I mean technically. Kind of bothers me a little bit. But no, yeah, between the sleep experts liking standard time, and then also there's an argument to having children because we get the hour of daylight in the evening. If there's children that start school at an early time, they may have to go to like their bus stop in the dark and such. So depends on your viewpoint there. There you go. All right. Oh, me too. Good point. Ah, yes. Yep. So, and here's the like standard time versus daytime, right? So it's like in one case you get more time in the evening with sunlight, but then in the morning it's potentially dark when you wake up. The other one is it'll probably be light when you wake up, but then it gets darker in the evening. So I mean, in either case, some people think it's only purely beneficial one way, but like, there are pros and cons to both, right? It just depends on who you are, what your situation is. Yeah, it's dumb how long it would be dark if it was permanent. I mean, that is the way of life. Here's the compromise, right? We could be off by half an hour with the rest of the world and just compromise in the middle. And just like be a half an hour off. And then we wouldn't have to compromise, but then we'll be off by half an hour with like basically every other time zone in the world. Except I know there's like two countries I think that are on half hour time zones, but we don't really interact with them normally. So yeah. Anyway, my apologies. This has been turned into a just chatting stream, but I present you guys with a list, with a queue to request. So if anybody wants to see magic, feel free. If you just want to keep on chatting with me, keep on putting stuff in the chat to talk about because I'm totally up for just hanging out and chatting. I'm literally just shuffling cards, so you're not seeing anything else happen at the moment. But yeah, so I don't know. I like the dark, So I'm more okay with the dark. I know that environmentally it is worse because then we're using lights and stuff more. So we're using power when it's quote unquote less necessary. But I mean, I don't know. I've been a night owl all the time anyway, so it's kind of less relevant to me, I guess, in that respect. So, checking the gap meter. Thank you so much for the request. Okay, here we have it. Okay, let's see. Jesse Nicole says, I should probably take off for now. I've been falling asleep. I should maybe try that. Haha. Have a great rest of streaming. Jesse Nicole, thank you for stopping in. Have a great night, sleep well, and yes, totally understand with the hour loss. I mean, you gotta make up that hour somewhere. So, take care, sleep well. We'll see you around, Jesse Nicole. Okay, all right. So we have 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are incidentally all 4 aces. Not a surprise. Now, one of these cards is way more narcissistic and arrogant than the others, and wants to be a part of every trick. Um, can you guys guess which one it is? You know what? A lot of you are regulars, probably have seen this before. I'm just going to spare you. The one is the Ace of Spades. So the Ace of Spades is the most arrogant and narcissistic ace out of these 4 because I think it's because of the pip. The pip is way more gigantic than the rest. It got a complex early in life, and so it's like, oh well, yeah, that'll do it. And so, yeah. However, what we're going to do is let me go ahead and just try and remove it from the pack. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to place it back into the pack face down so that it doesn't try and turn itself face up. Hold on, before we proceed, I think I've messed up. So we're going to take a mulligan. Mulligan! Okay, there we are. Oopsie! I did an oopsie, guys. I know you guys couldn't tell because I don't think I revealed anything, so that was okay. Alright, here we go. Once again. 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 aces. Which one's the most narcissistic? It's the Ace of Spades. Surprise! Okay, so now this is what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and remove the Ace of Spades from the pack just for a moment, and we're going to try and place it back into the packet face down. So we don't want it to be face up in any capacity, okay? So we're going to go ahead and place it face down, but it knows it's part of a trick and it wants to turn itself face up. And so if I show you, that Ace of Spades turns itself face up amongst all of the other aces. I know. So now, once again, I'm going to grab it and force it to be face down into the packet. Like this. But even though it's face down, it's going to want to be part of the trick. And so it's going to turn itself face up. I know. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? Now, here's the thing. I want to discipline this Ace of Spades. So I'm going to remove him. And I'll leave all of the other 3 aces. But actually, I'll bring it up here to the little camera so you don't see that I'm doing anything weird. Actually, that Ace of Spades has swapped places with the other 3 aces. Because if I show you, here are the other 3 aces. Is that weird or what? Super weird. Ace of Spades. Shame on you. Shane the Gaff Meter says, okay, it's face down. Doing the play-by-play. I saw it. Hey, Sorry, was that not an appropriate reaction to the? It wasn't like a pirate. Was it more like a Wookiee, like a? That was free Wookiee. By the way, you can't redeem that, so you just have to be here when it happens. Or check out the VOD, or check out the YouTube, wherever it goes. Anyway, thank you for the claps. Thank you so much for the request, checking the gaff meter. Hopefully that didn't frustrate you too much. No, it's more like a high-pitched scream, like I might do... Oh, add a mouse. Oh, okay. I don't have the high-pitchedness. Inherently, my voice is deep, so... That would be tough. Oh, can I... Hold on, let me see if I can... Can I reach this? Okay. There we go. I can reach it. Okay. Let's see here. Alright, I'm thinking about closing down in about, I don't know, 20 minutes. I did this one last time, so I would like to do it again. Mostly to practice it, because I don't get enough practice of it. It's not actually on the trick list, because I don't want to be doing it, or, potentially when I'm not prepared. But yeah, let's go ahead and prep for that. So you guys may have remembered, these are not those same tokens. They're a little bit bigger. They say 50 year because they're a celebration of the place that I live now, Rochester, New York. But I'm going to go ahead and place, let's see, I'm going to place these. Wait, what is this? Oh, this is my, this is the pin thing. I'm like, what is that? That doesn't normally show up. Okay, so this is kind of like a square. Okay. So what I want to do is, I'm going to try and make these. Now, normally when I do this trick, I use cards, but I'm actually not going to cover them with cards today. So I'm going to try and use my hands. I think you guys have seen me do this a couple times recently, but let's just try it. Okay. All right, here we go. Now we have 3 over here, and then we have 1 over there, and so this is the last move. Okay, ready? Yep, and that, my friends, is the cardless coin matrix. I guess while I have them out, let's do the card one anyway. So yeah, this is one of the few non-card tricks that I was like, I love it so much, I want to be able to do it, and it's like, so here I am. So I learned how to do this one, but then I have not learned many other like coin tricks. So, all right, here we go. Make this one jump from here up here. There we go. Ta-da! This one up. There we go. And then finally, there we go. Ta-da! Impressive, says Check the Gaff Meter. Thank you so much for the compliments and the claps, Check the Gaff Meter. Greatly appreciate it. And thank you for the heat map, whoever gave that to me. Delicious. There are extensions of that one that I was like, ooh, let me look into doing those. They're really hard. They're really, really hard. I don't think I currently have the skill to perform them. So, could you show us the deck with no air cushion again? Oh, yeah, that was the crooked deck, I believe. Let me see here. Let me find it. But yes, I can do that. I hope I did not put it away somewhere else that is not here. That would be super inconvenient. If I were to show you, I have like maybe 8 card boxes around here. Okay. Yes, I can show you. Oh god. Okay. All right. As you can tell, I was not super prepared for this. Okay. So here, let me just show you a regular deck. So this is the Twitch deck. I use this all the time on stream. So here's with air cushion, smooth spread. The cards glide off of each other. It feels nice when handling cards. Okay, here's the crooked deck, crooked pack. So these are completely flat, like at the texture level. So there's nothing on them to show. So if you look really close at a regular playing card, it may be made out of paper still, but it could almost look and feel like a linen or like a print. And so that texture gives it some air pockets in between cards. So it lets you do stuff like, you know, moving cards across each other smoothly. So these ones have no texture. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but you can almost see like it's like shiny. And so like a regular card should not be that shiny. You'll be able to see it, but you can see how it's like a little bit diffuse. Anyway, so end result, let's try and spread the crooked deck, and this is what it's going to look like. It's not that I don't have the skill, it's that these have no air cushion. So like here's a packet of like, it looks to be 5 or 6 cards just stuck together. And the fact that I did this, it was actually not, it was super surprising, but considering I can have a nice clean spread like with that deck, this does not spread that well. Here's a clump of like 4. These almost didn't separate at all right here. So, but anyway, yeah, what trick could I do with these? Alright, let me see if I can do a trick with the crooked deck. Okay, at least they shuffle, that's good. Okay, let's find a card. Let's see. Checking the gaff meter, you're currently a 4 of spades in the Twitch deck, right? So let's find the 4 of spades here. Once again, I'm pretty bad at looking for cards today. There we go. So 4 of spades. I just realized that yeah, this deck is going to be super weird at some handlings. So here's the 4 of spades. I'm going to take the 4 of spades, place it into the middle of the deck, like this. If I snap, yeah, I think last time they fanned out and had about 2 clumps. Yes, that was the case. 4 of spades. I'm going to grab it, take it, place it in here. It's not currently on top because we didn't snap, but like if I snap, it comes up to the top. Okay, this is not as bad as I remember. But maybe, I don't know. I haven't tried to handle these really in any meaningful way, so. Okay, I'm going to leave it sticking out. So there's the 4 of spades. I'm going to go ahead and stick it in the middle of this packet. Stick it in the middle of this packet. It's not on the top. It's not on, sorry, it's not on the top, not on the bottom. If we snap, it'll come back up to the top. Nope, that's not it. If we snap, it'll come back up to the top. There it is. Ta-da. Okay, that's okay. That's not bad. Yeah. I think last time they fanned out into 2 clumps. Yes, yeah. These are not good. Okay, alright. Let's see. What can we do here? Okay, let me just try and find the 4 6s, and let's do something with the 6s. Let me see if I can do it. Let's see. Hold on. I'm feeling a little brazen. Crazy! Awesome. Okay, we're going to attempt this. Okay, so here we have a crooked king of spades and a crooked 4 of hearts. Now if I place the 4 of hearts down here and I hold the king up here. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, that looked not bad. Alright, here we go. And I'm going to show you where the king of spades has gone. There it is. Oh my god, this was a miracle. How did that happen? I couldn't even do it with the regular cards last week, and now I'm doing it with the low quality crooked cards. That is nuts. That is nuts. Okay, you know what? While we have these cards out, okay, I'm gonna use the sixes. The sixes are cursed, guys. The sixes are cursed. Um, okay, let's see here. What do we want to do with the crooked cards? Oh, I just realized this is gonna be super awkward. Okay, here we have the six of diamonds, the six of clubs, the six of hearts, and then the six of spades. I'm going to leave the six of spades out. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, it is super weird to handle these cards. Although the performance of these is surprisingly not as horrible. Good job, good job. Okay, so now let me spread the next handful of cards here. You'll see all the sixes there. Now if I go ahead and I place all of the sixes out like this, I'm just going to do a quick check of what my situation looks like. ZD Major 7, how's it going? Welcome in, ZD Major 7. Thank you so much for the raid. We get a shout out for our friend ZD Major 7. Thank you so much for raiding in. How are you guys doing tonight? How was your stream? I assume you were playing music. Guys, if you're thank you so much for the resub, ZD Major 7. Alright guys, I'm gonna abandon this trick because we're just fooling around with crooked cards anyway. So, and also ZD Major 7, how was the stream? Lots and lots of Mario music tonight. Yes, that's right. Happy Mario Day, everybody. If you guys didn't know, earlier on stream, I showed off some of my Mario stuff. So I had brought out my Mario pins that I got as part of Club Nintendo a long time ago. Also has this on the back. And then also I showed off my Mario Hanafuda cards from the same Nintendo club. So we'll just give you a quick glance at those. So yeah, they just have some of them have Mario things on them. So that one has Piranha Plant, this one has Goombas, this one has Mario on it, and so on. So yeah, there's a bunch of these. If you guys want to see them all, earlier in this stream I showed them all off. So, but anyway, thank you so much for the raid. Let me introduce myself for those of you who don't know me. Hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian, spelled with a K, 2 E's, 3 N's. And I like to do sleight of hand card magic, so that's what I normally do. But I use StreamerSonglist to let people request tricks. I don't have any songs, so sorry, Jerroke, who just attempted to request One-Winged Angel. But so we have a request for Charlie's Beats, which we could do as part of the raid, or if ZD Major 7, if you have a request. ZD Major 7, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Greatly appreciate it. Oh, and also, ZD Major 7, I know that you've signed a card in my old deck. I don't know if you've signed a card in the new deck. Would you like to sign a card in the new deck? Because to thank you for your resub and for the gift sub. So if you would like to sign one of these cards, I don't believe you've signed one in this deck. So any of these are open up here. let me know if any card strikes your fancy. Yeah, you have not signed a card in this deck, so let me know and we will sign ZD Major 7 on it, and then we'll do a trick with it. So, let's see. 8 of spades, please. It's easily findable. Oh, okay, eight of spades. There we go. There we have it. Okay, excellent. And then we'll do a trick with the 8 of spades for ZD Major 7 as for the raid. Okay, so thank you so much, ZD Major 7. Guys, if you're not following our friend ZD Major 7, please give ZD Major 7 a follow. Plays a lot of VGM, also part of the a video game orchestra. I forgot what the full name of the orchestra is, but and I've seen a couple of streams where the orchestra is there, or other members of the orchestra are there playing as well as ZD. So yeah, WMGSO. So something game something orchestra. Sorry, I don't know. All right. Okay, I'm gonna write ZD Major 7 here. Okay, Washington Metropolitan Gamer Symphony Orchestra. Okay, to be fair, I should have known that G was gamer, and S should have been symphony. I probably should have known that, but okay. All right, let me make sure I don't mess this up. Z D Major 7. Thank you so much for the support and for the raid. So there we have it. All right. Okay, let's do a trick using this card for the raid. And let's do a quick one. So let me find the other black 8. So here we have the 2 black 8s, and you would never mix them up with the 2 red jacks, right? At a glance, they would be, you know, black 8s, red jacks. Now, if I was to take the 2 red jacks, turn them face down, and place the 2 black 8s in between them, so this is the actual situation that they are in. If I was to reverse count them, that doesn't change the state of them because the 2 black 8s are still face up in between the 2 red jacks face down. But if I was to just do one thing different, and I was just to hold the packet and give it a shake, this shake actually changes everything. So this shake actually makes the 2 red jacks jump into the middle face up, and the 2 black 8s are face down on the outside. If you don't believe me, there it is. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? That should not happen. Look, if you missed it, we'll do it one more time. So look, here we have the red jacks face up in between the 2 black 8s, okay? And if I don't do anything, they're still in that situation. But if I go ahead and I just hold the packet and give it a magical shake, this magical shake changes everything because that magical shake swapped them. Because now, look, the black 8s are now face up in the middle. All right. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, everybody coming in from ZD Major 7's stream. Okay, all right. Okay, let's go ahead and do, let's proceed with the cue for Charlie's Beats request, Color Monty. But actually, we're going to go ahead and use ZD Major 7's card for it as well. So, let's do this with these cards. Okay, here we go. All right. So we have 3 cards, and this is 3-card Monty, but this one's done in the hands. And so I'm going to show you these 2 cards. We have a Joker. Here, we'll just turn that over. So we have a Joker. We have another Joker. And then we have the money card, ZD Major 7, 8 of spades. And you'll notice the same one because it's signed. So now keep your eye on the 8 of spades. Alchemutation, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. How's it going, Craig? How is your stream? Guys, if you're not following our friend Alchemutation, aka Craig, please give Craig a follow. Guitarist has been pumping out some of his own originals. Plays what we call Smilecore. So if you are not smiling while listening to Craig, it's probably not Craig. It's probably not Smilecore. So yeah, please give Craig a follow. Craig, how was the stream? You got to stream today! Yes! Alright, awesome. And also, if you're not aware, Craig is also a strong supporter of the Twitch Magic community, so... Alright, so I was currently in the middle of a trick, so here we have the money card, the 8 of spades signed by ZD Major 7. Now if I was to take it and place it, first stream in 12 days, oh man, if I place it on the bottom, if I ask you where it is, where would you say it is? And also, if you guys didn't know, please give Alchemutation all of our support, because Alchemutation, #1 raider into this stream, I think may have even raided into my stream 20 times at this point. It seems very likely. So, lol, it was great to get some me time in my happy place. Awesome. So a lot of people would say it's on the bottom, but no, it's actually still here on the top. So that's okay. Hold on, I have to remember where I am in the trick. I can't chat with chat and remember. Oh, okay. Hold on, I'm going to start this trick over because... Alright, here we go. Alright, there we go. Also for the raiders, just in case they want to see from the beginning. Okay, so 3 cards. Ha, I ruined it. No, you didn't ruin anything. I am just mentally deficient after time traveling today, so that's definitely it. By the way, happy Mario Day for anybody who likes Mario. So, top card we have a Joker. Next card we have a Joker. And then here's the money card that you need to follow. The 8 of spades signed by ZD Major 7. Now, if I take the 8 of spades, place it on the bottom, where would you say that the 8 of spades is? A lot of people would say it's on the bottom. Well, no, it's not on the bottom because there's actually a Joker on the bottom. And some people would say, oh, if it's not on the bottom, it must be on the top, which now, based on the last time I did this, you would probably think, oh, it is on the top. But actually, if I show you, no, there's actually a Joker on the top. I know, that's super weird, right? Now, if there's a Joker on the bottom of the top, that must mean that the 8 of spades is in the middle. And to that I would say, no, there's actually a Joker in the middle. And now they're scratching their heads and thinking, hey, that's super weird, that shouldn't happen. And it's like, no, you must be cheating, you must have 3 Jokers. I'm like, no, you know that the money card's still here, because here is the ZD Major signed 8 of spades on the bottom. Well, wait, if it's on the bottom, that means there's a Joker on the top, right? Well, no. If you try and look at the card on the top, that's actually also going to be the 8 of spades signed by ZD Major 7. It's like, wait, if the 8 of spades signed by ZD Major 7, if that's not unique, if it's on the bottom and the top, there must be a Joker in the middle. And to that I would say, no, that's actually going to be the 8 of spades signed by ZD Major 7. I know, that's super weird. Some people are now thinking, whoa, you have more than 3 cards. And I'd be like, nope, 1, 2, 3. Pinecone, welcome in. How's it going? Now, here's the thing. If we had bet some money, you would have lost a bunch of money at this point. And I would say, okay, double or nothing. You just tell me what the 3rd card is, and then you win. You win double or nothing. So, here's the thing. I will show you 2 of these cards. Let me show you this Joker, and let me show you the 8 of spades signed by ZD Major 7. So importantly, what card is this? If you want to play along, feel free to put it in chat. If you have a heat map on the screen, you can click on one of these. But let's see. So Pinecone, welcome in, and thanks for the mind blown. And Chan, thanks for the OMG. Alright, so for those of you who don't know, Charlie's Beats requested this trick. Normally I try and use the card that Charlie signed as part of this trick, but instead I used ZD major 7s. But in order to honor Charlie's beats, and I didn't use the ace of spades, I actually used the card that Charlie had signed from the previous deck, which was, and he didn't sign it in this deck, but it was the 5 of hearts. And that, my friends, is three card Monty, color Monty version. You owe money, says Chan. Alchemy Mutation flips the table. All right, so, all right, Craig, is there a trick that you would like to see? Feel free to make a request from the trick list if you would like to see something. And then after this, the queue is open, so if anybody else would like to request anything, you're welcome to. I was thinking about closing up shop in like soon, so let me know. Take me to hell, says Alchemy Mutation. All right, you know what? Because Alchemy Mutation requested this, and we have a demon. We are going to, instead of the Devil's Elevator, this will be Bob's Elevator. For anybody who does not know, there's a demon that occasionally takes over Alchemy Mutation stream named Bob. So there we go. Delicious. Okay, alright, so first things first, let me find some cards, and I'm going to, let me see here. I need to find a few cards first, and then we will get to the trick. But instead of the Devil's Elevator, this is Bob's Elevator. I have to find all of the red 6s and 9s. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, hold on. I don't normally... Sorry, I am mixing up tricks in my mind, so I almost prepared for a different trick. Alright, here we go. Oh yeah, and there's the Bob emote, if anybody is not aware. That's basically what Bob looks like. So Bob gets his own elevator. This is now canon. Oh, okay, very well then. So here we have a bunch of cards. These will represent people, because most of them actually have people's names on them. The 5 of spades, the 4 of spades, which has checking the gaff meter's name on it. 3 of spades, and 2 of spades. Also have names, but checking the gaff meter is the only one in chat right now. And then we have the red 6s and 9s, not because of the meme, I mean, that is conveniently why, but at certain angles, because this would normally be known as the Devil's Elevator, at certain angles this looks like 666. So, for a second, let me go ahead and just place the red 6s and 9s over here, and then over here I'm going to lay out the spades. So here we have the 5 of spades, and then over here we have the 4 of spades, then over here we have the 3 of spades, and then here we have the 2 of spades. So the 2 of spades wanders into hell. And we have 5 different levels of hell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, we've talked about the Devil's Elevator a lot in the past, and so the Devil has isolated his elevator and nobody can use it. However, if you know some of the demons down there, in this case, Bob, it is discovered that Bob has a special maintenance elevator. It's like a VIP elevator because, you know, Bob is a very special person in the underworld. And so the 2 is going to be stuck in the 2nd level of hell. Now, they've seen how this trick is done, but, okay. However, they found that the Devil's Elevator was broken. But they found Bob's elevator, and so, look, the 2 of spades, press the elevator button. That ding was actually the 2 of spades coming up to the surface, because look, here is the 2 of spades. I know, super, super interesting, right? The Devil's Elevator has never not worked before, and so now they're resorting to Bob's elevator. So look, now we're going to place the 3 into the 3rd level of hell. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. And look, the 3rd person is going to be going into the Bob's elevator today. And sure, the interface looks a little bit different than the Devil's elevator, but they're going to press the up elevator button. And hopefully that brings them up to the top. Now Bob can visit. Yeah, Bob can visit. Ah, thank you so much, Chan the Magic Man, for that ding, because now the 3 of spades has approached the surface. Look at that. The 3 of spades has come up to the top. Now, some people believe that... Wow, I almost messed it up. Some people believe that... these people were in hell the entire time. And it's like, no, 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 these were the same 6s and 9s that we were using. But look, I'm going to grab the 4 and place that in the 4th level of hell. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is checking the gaff meter. Checking the gaff meter certainly knows how to use the Devil's elevator. So they find the Bob's elevator, and it's like, okay, it's not that different. Presses the up elevator button. And so hopefully checking the gaff meter. Ah, excellent. Elk Mutation has clicked the ding for checking the gaff meter. Excellent. Oh, and Chan the Magic Man. Thank you kindly, both of you. And then now, some people believe I'm using more than 4 cards to represent the levels of hell. And I would say, well, there's 4 here, and then I add 1, so that becomes the 5th level of hell. So if I place the 5 clearly on the bottom, like this, and now that 5 will find Bob's elevator to try and escape hell. And they try and pressing the button. And now, what? And look, that 5 is going to travel up to the top level of hell, whereas it's the easiest place to escape hell, the one closest to the surface. Here's the 5. And these are the same 4 red 6s and 9s that we've been using the entire time. And that, my friends, is Bob's elevator. Telling the story of Bob's elevator today instead of the devil. So, guys, if you want to catch Bob in all of his glory, please give Elk Mutation a follow and check out his stream and request that you see Bob. But yes, Bob says that was amazing. Thank you so much, Bob. I hope you enjoyed. Elk Mutation, thank you so much for the raid, and hopefully you enjoyed that. So, thank you. Let me clear that, and thank you kindly for the claps and the emotes. Chan the Magic Man, Elk Mutation, checking the gaff meter, E-Room. Welcome in, E-Room. How's it going? Always a pleasure, my friend. Thank you. Thank you, Craig. Really appreciate it. Okay. All right. Okay, let's do a last call. If anybody wants to see any magic, last call. I'm thinking about wrapping up soon. If we close the queue, I will definitely put in a finale trick, and then we'll go from there. So, Elk Mutation, thank you so much for the bits. Greatly appreciated. You didn't have to, after raiding in here so many times. Thank you so much. I mean, unless those are Bob's bits, in which case, I guess I can accept Bob's bits. Is it like it's like the sequel to Bob's Burgers, right? Bob's Bits. Lol. Okay, let me see what I want to perform for the final trick. You know what we haven't done in a little bit, probably. Okay, I have an idea for a finale. So if nobody else wants to request anything, we can. No one wants to see Bob's Bits. Oh man, you took that to a place that I did not expect you would take that. If that's the case, if that's what Bob's Bits means, I don't want Bob's Bits. Are you kidding? Oh man, that was ridiculous. Oh man, good times, good times. Okay, he's sending what? I said I didn't want Bob's Bits. Bob, stop it. No, Bob. Bob's like, hold me back, hold me back. Bob's not Bowser, so there isn't like a Mario to stop him, right? Like, basically, what we're saying is Bob cannot be stopped. That's end of story. He says, "You're not my real dad." Says Alchemmutation. Yes, correct. I'm not. I'm not his real dad. That's true. All right. Okay. All right. So I think I've determined which trick I want to end with. So we'll do some usual announcements and then the last trick, and then we will find somebody else to raid. Okay, so thank you so much to everybody who decided to come out and hang out with me today on Happy Mario Day. So I say Super Mario Day. I'm like, I guess that's the same thing, right? Also, thank you so much for everybody hanging out. I know it's late on a Sunday after exhausting time travel if you are observing daylight savings time in the United States or anywhere else that observes it. Oh yeah, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. To anybody who's a fan, creator of Dragon Ball. So, ZD Major 7 says, "Thank you for the stream. Good night." Thank you so much. Thank you so much to everybody who raided in. Thank you so much, ZD Major 7, Veda Vortex, Alchemmutation for the raids. Greatly appreciate it. Imagine there's no demons. It's easy if you try. I'm thinking really hard. Thank you so much to everybody who hung out and interacted with the stream, whether you requested a trick, chatted in chat, clicked on the heat map. Thank you so much. If it wasn't for you guys, this wouldn't be as much fun. So, thank you very much. Thank you to all of the thank you to all the raiders out there, especially if you ended up staying for more than a trick or so. So I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much to all the lurkers out there, because I know that there are people who end up watching, but they don't like to chat and chat, or they're busy. But I appreciate it. And also, if I'm just here fiddling with cards, there's no magic happening. The magic happens in your mind. Disclaimer, all the things that you see here can be achieved with sleight of hand. I haven't signed any deals with the devil or Bob, and it's not black magic, it's not sorcery, it's all sleight of hand magic. And if it wasn't, I would say that anyway, so, whatever. Let's see, if you guys want to see more of me and I'm not around, check out my YouTube. So I have lots of magic videos on my YouTube, and then if you go back in the past of my YouTube, there's way more stuff with like young Nam, but that stuff is kind of cringy for me to watch now. So, but anyway, all my VODs that end up falling off retention on Twitch also end up over there. So feel free to check it out. If you guys are looking for more magic on Twitch, check out that link that Chan the Magic Man just posted. That will link you to all of the Twitch magicians that have a regular magic schedule. There's me, there's Chan the Magic Man, there's InfoXZar, and then there's Hallowthorn. So if you're not following all of them and you want to see more magic on Twitch, follow all of them. I can achieve your hair via sleight of hand. I mean, Alchemmutation, how often do you get a haircut? Because I think you can achieve this, but you have to forgo cutting your hair. So I've been getting one haircut per year, and so this is like maybe 10 months worth of growth without cutting my hair. So I guess, no, you can't achieve this via pure sleight of hand. I mean, not purely. You'll need to do some arts and crafts if you want to do this without growing it. Okay, alright, cool. So, there's that. And then, also, reminder this week is if you experience the time loss, please get some extra rest. Be careful. Everybody may be driving weird in the next week. So, Alchemmutation says, "I'm going bald. My metal hair has migrated south, and now I have a metal beard." Oh, man. My sympathies. So I don't know about you, but maybe you might need hair surgery first to achieve this. My apologies. I guess you could wig. You could wig it. Now that you mention it, if you get a wig, you could probably sleight of hand the wig on your head. That would be doable. All right. Okay, everybody, here's the last trick, and it is called Imagine. It's also called Chop Shop for anybody who's a magician that cares, but anyway. Yes, Magic Nom Hair says Elk Mutation. Alright, so here we have a bunch of cards. They're all jokers, all of them except for this one. This one is Queen of Clubs. So this Queen of Clubs, I just want to show you, is a different colored back. So all of the jokers are blue backed, and then the Queen of Clubs is red backed. Alright, so this is what I want to do. I just want you to imagine that when I count through all of the cards, that I'm taking the Queen of Clubs and I'm placing it underneath the table, and that when I place it underneath the table, I'm going to throw it. It comes actually through the table back into this hand. And if you don't believe that, let me show you. Take a look. It just comes right back into the hand. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take this. We're going to do it one more time, so now you know what to watch for. I'm going to go ahead and place it underneath the table. I'm going to throw it through the table. It comes back into this hand, because now take a look. Is that strange? That's super strange, right? You're probably getting frustrated. Let me just do it one more time. Here, watch. I'm going to go ahead and throw it through the table. It comes right through. Here it is. I know, super weird, right? Super weird. Now, yeah, I know what you must be wondering. How is that possible? That's okay. We're not going to be addressing that, but I'm going to be telling you that you remember at the beginning of the trick when I told you to imagine? I mean, everything in this trick is about imagining. So the question is, was there really ever a Queen of Clubs in the first place? Because now if I show you this card, there's actually nothing here. It is actually in your imagination that you saw a Queen of Clubs. And I don't know if you remember the beginning of the trick, but I said imagine, and hopefully you imagined this. But look, if I show you all of these jokers, well, perhaps you imagined all the jokers too, because there are no jokers here. And that, my friends, is imagine. I don't want anybody to lose any sleep over that. Especially because we lost an hour, so, you know, get your sleep. Alright. Thank you so much for those emotes, Chan the Magic Man. Hopefully everybody enjoyed. Thank you so much for the applause. E-Room, thank you so much for the Big Nut 5. Thank you so much for the claps, Craig. And with that, I think we will call that a stream. Let's go find somebody to raid. Okay, so let me see here. Let me see who is on. Mute the tab. I don't want to hear any ads. Okay, where can we go? Actually, there's somebody that I was recently introduced to that I didn't know about before. And let me see. Do I want to go over there? She's been streaming for a couple of hours. See who else. Okay. Oh, I'm in the middle of an ad. Okay, cool. Alright. Wait, why is this? There's one person I'm not expecting to have seen. Okay, alright. Okay, guys, we are going to be chilling out here for a little bit until this ad is over. but I think we will raid them. Is anybody familiar with Yina? Piano player. Okay, all right, the ad's over. Let's go and raid over there. So yeah, I raided in there recently. Somebody else raided in there recently, and then I was along for the raid. So, all right, so let's go ahead and let's raid Yina. So here's a raid call, and then here's a sub raid call. If anybody wants to grab those, if you're left behind, here's that, and then let's go ahead and start the raid. All right. Let me copy my own raid call because I'll sometimes forget. Okay, all right. With that, everybody, take care of yourselves. Sleep well. Great seeing everybody. Have a happy Mario Day. Have a happy rest of your week. Remember to hydrate and stretch. And we'll see you guys next time. All right. Bye.